I'd heard about the script and I said to my agent, I said, just get me a meeting. When you fall in love with something, you will just see that piece of work or that person for what it is in all its detail, because you're just so focused on every nuance of the script and the person. It's a great script, it's a great performance piece, and a great film.
Who exactly am I?
Brian was very articulate about his story, and he was very pleasant to work with. This is quite special for me to have worked with Anthony 3 times now. He's great. I mean, I like Tony because he's very well prepared. He doesn't feel the need to do a load of takes. It's just about the tone and the balance of his performance. He's a giant of acting.
Friday, 31st of December, 1937.
You're living with your daughter at the moment, is that right?
Yes, in my flat.
The thing about Sony is that what they're very good at is making high-end digital cameras. I think they always have been. Less and less these days, where people ask you why, maybe the director or the producer, why would you shoot on this particular camera? And I go, well, it's about the usability of the cameras, really, I find. And the Venice is very, very easy to use. A digital camera and a digital workflow is there to be manipulated. It's designed to be manipulated. So the camera's just a real starting point.
We used S-Log3, LUTs on set on monitors, a bit of live grade. We were all contained within West London Film Studios. We had an edit assistant upstairs who was doing the LTOs and transferring the footage to Paris for the edit. Everything had to be ready for the edit basically the same day as we were shooting. When you're shooting 4.5K and it's coming out at 2 terabytes an hour for 4.5K, but then you've got 6K or XOCN at 1 terabyte an hour, you've got more resolution, a bigger color palette, and lower data. That's just win-win for me.
The simplest thing with the Venice that comes to mind all the time is the fact that it has all these interchangeable NDs built in the camera. That makes my life so much easier.
The way that the films that I've done with Ben, we've done a few heavily stylized films, but most of the time he's shooting a very kind of realistic, true color temperature or true representation of what the light would be in that place.
I listened to my colorist, and my colorist said it's easy to work with, and it means I can manipulate it more. It means I get more out of it, and it looks great. It just looks great.
We did tests with Sony, and we take that test to Gareth, and I think he was at Molyneux at the time, and Ben kind of creates a show LUT with Gareth. And then when we turn up on set, I'll then work within that LUT, and then I do live grade at the same time. So he gets an idea of 4 or 5 or 6 LUTs in his monitor that we can work with on set.
One of the interesting things about using the same camera from film to film is I can spend less time messing around with it because I know it inside out. For me, it's about speed. I need to be able to use it really, really quickly. I don't want to be messing around in front of Anthony Hopkins or anyone for that matter, messing around with the camera. I just don't want to do that. It's not the right thing to do on set, and also it's not very productive.
Sometimes I would go to Molyneux or go to the grading suite and see where Gareth and Ben are putting things, or Ben would be sending me references all the time. And so we'd kind of know where we're going before we land on the job itself. We all kind of know what we each bring to the thing without having to second guess each other or ask too many questions, really.